was wrongly accused and convicted of rape and burglary in the late 1970s and then spent more than 3 decades behind bars for it. Well, now attorneys for Lawrence Mckinney took the fight to get him exonerated before the state parole board this afternoon. News Channel 5's John Cole Newland is just back from the hearing. John Cole, what happened?
Well, Rory, an exoneration is defined as a declaration of innocence that requires written legal documentation. If someone is granted exoneration, then the conviction is deleted from the record. In this case, that's exactly what Mckinney's attorneys were trying to do. The hearing, however, lasted more than 4 hours and at times sounded a lot more like a retrial of the events that happened on October 2nd, 1977 in Memphis.
97 disciplinary actions in which you were found guilty of inside the prison. Is that an accurate record?
Yes, sir, because like I said, when you're in prison, it's a role you have to play to stand up on the strong, surviving in there.
Afternoon, Mckinney's defense attorney from Memphis and Mckinney himself. Members of the parole board grilled Mckinney's defense attorney about the DNA evidence presented in this case and said there was a gaping hole in the DNA report. While Mckinney's DNA was not found on pieces of evidence from the case, board members argued it did not mean he did not commit the crime or that the lack of DNA was conclusive that he was innocent. Mckinney spent more than 31 years in prison. He was 23 years old when he was convicted after the victim in the case identified him as one of the suspects who attacked her. In 2009, the then 53-year-old was released from prison and the charges were dismissed after new technology showed Mckinney's DNA was not identified in the investigation. Today, however, they had hoped to get a recommendation to completely clear his record. However, after hours of cross-examining, the board unanimously voted not to recommend Mckinney be exonerated. It means he will not get any compensation from the state, but his attorneys say the fight is far from over.
And I think a lot of irrelevant evidence was allowed into the hearing that had nothing to do with whether this man should have been exonerated. And I think what they've done is disregarded DNA evidence, which is recognized in our court system in this state and every other state in the United States that I know. And I think it was ignored in this hearing to our great disappointment.
Now, at the end of today's hearing, the board listened to comments from people both in support and against Mckinney's exoneration. A few people who spoke in support of him, including his pastor as well as Representative Mark Pody. Back to you guys.